Hello there people, so I have arrived at Ealing Town Hall where the S.E.N awareness protest is going to start, and I'll just talk you through a few things in a sec. So we're at Ealing Town Hall and every pair of shoes there has a little story on it, and I've even wrote one for myself, for my son, about how a child has been let down, a S.E.N child has been let down. More are coming, this is just the build up. This is the local councillor over here. Just had a nice chat with him. This is the lady organising it. She is wonderful. And now I'm going to read some of the stories on the shoes. Trigger warning because they're very emotional. Arthur, blamed, mislabelled, underfunded. I'm laying these shoes for our daughter, pressured out of mainstream and forced apart from her brother due to insufficient funding to support her there. Went without OT support. She was legally entitled to her EHCP. There wasn't enough therapists. They were doing their best with the specialist training. They gaslighted, guilt tripping and poor communication from the LA. My son was recognised by his nursery teacher as having S.E.N, age 3. It took several more years for the S.E.N code to refer him to CAMS. He then spent 4 years on a waiting list to be diagnosed. Due to a lack of support, he stopped speaking at school age 9. Oh, this is really sad. He never talked at school again. He finally was diagnosed with ASD at 13. He left high school last year without a single friend. And as someone who's diagnosed at 33 years old, you don't understand how much could be changed with earlier support. That's really upset me, that. My daughter struggled with school post-COVID due to the lack of support from school and the waiting list for CAMS being so long, and not wanting her to be as damaged by the system as her brother. We withdrew her from mainstream education. She is now home educated, but not through choice. Go, mama. That was a good thing to do, because CPTSD is no joke. Chloe, age 14, waiting 26 months for an ASD assessment during crucial school years, having reached a mental health crisis and unable to access school full-time. Poor girl. These shoes belonged to AJ, age 12, no longer needed since he's unable to access mainstream education. Only 1 full year of school since reception, but no suitable alternatives offered by the local authority. Are you telling me that this is okay? Isabel, who tries to be good but cannot meet the expectations of school or home and needs to give some slack. Ealing schools are far from slack, unfortunately. I understand this as a mother of neurodivergent children. My son was treated like some leper, and they knew he was neurodivergent and expected him to act neurotypical. It's terrible. Ellen and Ealing, both undiagnosed by 12 and high masking. Fine in primary. By 13, Elle had anorexia, self-harm and suicide ideation, and was unable to attend school fully. No reasonable adjustments granted and no help with diagnosis although parents pushed for it constantly. One kind staff member worked one-on-one with Elle to create an environment where they felt safe. Privately diagnosed, age 14, autism and ADHD, refused 3 times for EHCP assessment because accidental. I can't read this. N is transgender. They came out at 11. They developed gender dysphoria, could not cope with the environment of secondary and bullying. After a suicide attempt, I took them out of school entirely because pressure to attend was too much. They are now at online school, refused to even be on the waiting list for CAMS. So after someone has tried to end themselves, a child, CAMS, they put them on the waiting list. Apparently there's a lack of evidence. It's just, honestly, this is just so upsetting all the time. It's the same story over and over again. Joe is lucky to be in school where he has the specialist support he requires. I'm happy for Joe. He has friends who do not, either in their current schools which are unable to meet their needs or because they're out of school entirely. This has to change. Yes, it does. We're a first world country and this is how we're letting down our children. It's disgraceful. There you go, it's upset me a lot, that, actually.
I know, I can hear any worse.
The suicide, they don't even care.
So
my life too and my children's life. One more, come on. I'm a strong woman, man. I could take it. I've been through worse. It's just because it's about children. It breaks my freaking heart. Struggled with transition to secondary school, diagnosed with ASD, and suffered from anxiety and depression badly. More out of school than in for 2.5 years. Currently trying to get an EHCP. Application started in March 2024, still ongoing 20 months later. 30 years of fighting, that one. Trust me, I know. I'm 40 and I got diagnosed at 33. And I just said, like, it's very bittersweet because you always have this weird grieving process of like, what could have been? Could it have been different? And absolutely it could. I wouldn't want to change anything in my life because I love my 3 children, but yeah, I do think I could have been better.
From saying just a minute ago, the different stories that different people are suffering. But just something as simple as this, you know, as putting out pairs of shoes on steps, I say, it seems to be gauging a lot of local interest, which at the end of the day is exactly what we want to do, isn't it, CP?
So basically, guys, we are also making awareness about the 17th of January today, where there's going to be a national demo to stop the Children's Wellbeing Schools Bill. If you're in London, or if you can, get down and come and join us on the 17th of January. Please do. We are meeting at Rossiter Square at 12 p.m. and we are marching to Whitehall.
What do you think so far of the day, CP? You happy with the turnout?
Fantastic.
So I'm still at the S.E.N awareness at Ealing Town Hall, and it really upset me actually, reading the stories on the shoes and how many young people didn't want to be here anymore because of the lack of support and the constant stress of the mainstream schools. It's just really sad and overwhelming, and it's a story that I know all too well